data, yeah, I into it. So is it this graph decoration also? I will tell you that if suppose I want to assign a title to this graph, so I can write within inverted title, within inverted comma, Ohm's law. Ohm's law. Now the problem is that this apostrophe has come. So either I should write Ohm law, because it will, by apostrophe, it thinks that as if this is the end of the text, but this is not the end of the text. End of the text is after the law, not after the Ohm. So okay, Ohm law. Let us write down Ohm law. Doesn't matter. Okay. So as soon as you give this title, you can see the title has appeared. Can you see here this title, Ohm law, at the top? So this is how you assign the title to a graph. And then if you want to label the axis, then x-axis can be labeled by x label. And let us say, what was that? Current? Okay, current. So current. So on x-axis, there will be current. And similarly, y label, y-axis also, I will label. That was voltage. Voltage. So you can see yourself that this graph has become labeled now. X-axis pe current, y-axis pe voltage. If you want to put arrow, you can, there is no problem. Okay. How will you put arrow? You have to give the arrow, let us say X label, current, and then I can give this, and how do you make this sign? That sign greater than?
Greater than, sir.
Greater than. Greater than sign I can make.
No.
There is no
Yes,
problem.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So X label will be like this. So whatever, you can see the X label. Now current, and then this, there is an arrow, right? Similarly, you can do for y-axis also, no problem. So now, so this was one of the, this was one graph. Okay. Now let us say I want to draw some other graph. Let us say, okay, let me x equal to, simple, you can define 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, doesn't matter, yeah. I have to only show you the graph, that's all. Okay, and let us say what, y equal to, let's say I am squaring it. Okay, 1, 4, 9, 16, like this. And then I write, this is okay, x and y are okay, no problem. I give the title, let's say I give the title, क्या दे दूं, square function, square, स्क्वायर फंक्शन प्लॉट कर रहा हूं मैं, ठीक है, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है. फंक्शन TION सपोज, स्क्वायर फंक्शन, एस बड़े से दे देते हैं, एफ भी कैपिटल से कर सकते हो, फिर लेबल तो कर ही सकते हो. तो देन ओके देन आई कैन गिव, लेकिन ये टाइटल जो है ना, ये मुझे बाद में सब प्लॉट पहले आएगा. और कौन सी प्लेस, नाउ 2x2 मैट्रिक्स है, इट्स ए 2x2 मैट्रिक्स ऑफ द ग्राफ, उसकी सेकंड प्लेस पे सपोज मैं प्लॉट करना चाह रहा हूं. आई वांट टू प्लॉट ऑन द सेकंड प्लेस. देयर आर 4 प्लेसेस, सेकंड प्लेस. सो सब प्लॉट 2, 2, 2 एंड प्लॉट what I want to plot? X comma y, that's it. X comma y. और सपोज डिफरेंट कलर में तुम प्लॉट करना चाह रहे हो तो कोई वो कलर मेंशन कर दो, व्हाटएवर. ओके, रेड इज विजिबल इन अ बेटर वे, तो ये प्लॉट हो जाएगा. तो अब देखो, यू जस्ट सी, ये आ गया. आफ्टर प्लॉटिंग दिस ग्राफ यू कैन गिव टाइटल. पहले टाइटल नहीं दे सकते, मतलब नथिंग विल हैपन. दिस टाइटल शुड कम आफ्टर द प्लॉट कमांड. अब आएगा टाइटल. अब देखो, तो वो तो स्क्वायर फंक्शन आ गया ना. ये कैन यू सी दैट स्क्वायर पिंग, and I put it here. And just to show that this is a different graph, I am changing the value of y. So let us say I plot sine x. Here y is equal to sine x. Is it all right? And then title is sine function. Sine function, and subplot 2 comma 2 comma 3, and suppose I want to plot it with green color. In fact, this title is useless. As I said before plot, no, this title is useless, right? This title I should make sine function. Are you getting it, what I am doing? X equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, y is equal to sine x, subplot 2 comma 2 comma 3, that means the third place will be reserved for plotting. And plot is x comma y, green color, title sine function. So as soon as I just enter, you see all these commands will be executed at once. Done. And your graph is here, whatever it is. So let me define x like this, and suppose I simply write pi, p-i-e, pi. That is a command for a pie chart. So if I write pi x, okay, immediately you just see the pie chart will be drawn. Naturally, see, you will ask me why pie chart has been drawn in this area. Why? Actually, see, you were working on the area 2 comma 2 comma 3. When you finished your previous instruction, previous command of plotting the sine function, where were you? You were in the third this thing area. So that means whatever plotting will henceforth be done, that will be in the third area. Now, if you want to plot again, you should close this. This figure window should be closed. Now it is closed. Let me run this program again. X equal to this and pi x. Now let me run this program again. See. Do you see what is happening? These things, 4%, 8%, all these have come. Different tiles, different, I mean, you know what they are. Okay? You can assign a title to this, in the similar manner, title. Now, whatever you want to write, let's say I want to write pie chart, C-H-A-R-T. Okay? So pie chart, that is the title. Now this title has been assigned to this. At the top, you can see at the top. You see pie chart. So that way you can do, I mean, and another type of pie chart is also available. Okay, in which you have tiles. Sometimes you must have seen, no, that some parts of the pie chart that can also be done. Here also it can be done. Suppose I write, and the command is Command is you have to specify another y. Let us say I specify what y equal to x तो okay है 4 8 20 2 7 10 49 x तो let it be like that. Okay. Now I am writing y equal to, let us say I specify 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 कितने हो गए 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 ये कितने थे 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 हो गए ना अब आप देखो कि व्हाट विल हैपन मैंने y स्पेसिफाई कर दिया ठीक है ना x वाज ऑलरेडी देयर तो अब मैं पाई PIE कमांड लिख रहा हूं आई एम राइटिंग द कमांड और आपका x जो है वो वैल्यूज हैं और y जो है वो 0 और 1 की फॉर्म में एक चीज है यू विल अंडरस्टैंड योरसेल्फ व्हाट इट इज ठीक है ना जस्ट सी व्हेन आई press this enter key what has happened do you see something that some tiles have come out which are those tiles which have come out 8% and 20% and if you see what was 8% and 20% where 1 was written and also 49% segment also that was also defined as 1 so those which were defined as 1 they have been sort of pulled out so this is the idea just a minute hello कौन सा दूसरा देखो मैं तो ऐसा है कि मेरी देखो STC चल रही है ना तो मैं तो देखो साइन कर दूंगा है ना मैं STC में लेक्चर दे रहा हूँ ठीक है बोल देना उनको ओके ओके सो इफ समथिंग इज नॉट क्लियर प्लीज टेल मी कुछ तो बोल दो
Sir, fine, sir. It's absolutely
fine
fine.
okay
Okay, sir.
then if you are understanding then I go for one step further give labels that means to these tiles okay so for example if I give label and then I'll give the pi this thing label this is the command ठीक है ना labels rather this is not one label there are many so the way of specifying the label is that you make this type of parenthesis and then this curly bracket that is the syntax for labels and then you can specify in the normal manner of text whatever text you want to write you write for example this percentage may be the share of different type of companies in the economy of our country just like that okay so assume anything so let us say this is cement industry and okay then textile industry for example you name anything textile okay and maybe chemical industry chemical समझ रहे हो कि नहीं समझ रहे हो chemical industry and so on give it so I give you just like A comma B comma C यार कितने हो गए 1 2 3 4 एक मिनट देयर इज सम एक मिनट See, what I'm saying is that there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Now 7 is over curly bracket and 12. That's it. Okay. And then, yeah. So these are the labels. So I have defined labels. After the labels, what you can do is, इसको एक मिनट कुछ गड़बड़ हुई है. Unexpected. I have removed. अब तो ठीक हो गया ना? Is it okay?
सर लेबल्स स्टार्टिंग में रह गया है.
हाँ सॉरी लेबल्स रह गया. लेबल्स रह गया यार, ये भी पंगा ही है. एक मिनट, इसको सारे को छोड़ो. Labels. Again I am copying and removing Y. Now I think it is all right. है ना? तो इसमें सेमीकोलन लगा दिया. Yeah. So once you have defined labels, then pie chart तो वैसे ही है, वही पाई है. और क्या था हम पे? X values थी ना, X प्लॉट करो. Y was the tiles and labels are there. So ये हो गया. Just see pi, X, Y labels. As soon as I execute this, what you get is, just see, cement, textile, chemical, A, B, C, D. Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is the way you can define. Okay. And another command which will help you in digital signal processing, not here. See, in case of digital signal processing, you have the samples of a signal, isn't it? So therefore, any signal, in word I'll explain. Suppose you have, just a moment. Suppose you have xn equal to, okay, 1 minus 5, let us say 4 minus 2. Let us say these are the samples of a signal. Okay. So how do you plot them in digital signal processing? You plot them like this. This side is xn and x-axis is n. So this is, let us say, in order to indicate that n equal to 0 is here, this arrow is put always. So that means at n equal to, this is n equal to 0. So the value of the sample is 1. When this is this minus 5, this is n equal to 1. N equal to 2, 4. So that means, let us say, this is 4. And this is n equal to 2. N equal to 3, minus 2. Let us say this is minus 2. Are you getting me? What I'm saying? This is how you plot a signal in digital signal processing, a sequence. We call it a sequence. It is how it is plotted. So how do you plot in Matlab? Plotting of the sequence. Okay. So that is one easy, very easy thing. So let us say n is defined as an array. Either you can put comma. If you put comma, there is nothing wrong. Okay. So, or space, doesn't matter. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us say there are 5 values in the sequence. So this is the value of n. And let us say xn equal to what? Tell me anything. Just now you told me 1 minus 5. अभी आपने बताया था, है ना? Minus 3, let us say, और 6. 5 वैल्यूज बता दो यार. These are the values, है ना? ये आ गया. So I have defined 5 values as n, and correspondingly 5 values of the magnitude of the samples. So as soon as then this is the figure window, which is ये है आपकी xn इक्वल टू, इसमें हुआ क्या, ये क्या किया है इसने, ये क्या किया है यार, नहीं सॉरी एक्स, ओ सॉरी, अरे यार n कॉमा xn लिखना था ना, ये x कॉमा y याद रह गया. और एक मिनट, I have, what I have written यार, shit, n कॉमा xn. अरे यार वेरिएबल तो याद रखना चाहिए मेरे को. नाउ इट्स ऑल राइट. ओके, जस्ट सी, देख लो. बात कुछ समझ में आई या नहीं आई? ठीक है. तो स्टेम कमांड जो है, दैट अलाउज यू टू प्लॉट द सैंपल्स ऑफ ए सिग्नल. ठीक है. और कौन सी कमांड रह गई हैं? दूसरी चीज ये है कि यू कैन ड्रॉ द पाई चार्ट इन 3 डायमेंशंस ऑल्सो. सी, I think you have x and y with you now. Yeah, x and y are already defined, as I can see from the workspace. यहाँ से ये x है, ये y है. Okay, now x and y are already there. If suppose I write pi 3, now labels भी कर सकते हो in the similar manner. ठीक है ना? pi 3. Let us say pi 3 I write x comma y comma labels. यही था ना हमारा. So you will see that what type of pie chart is created. Can you see? So this way you can do this thing. So now let us come to the final thing, functions and script files, script programs. ठीक है ना? तो देखो फंक्शन के बारे में ये है, इट्स वेरी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड द फंक्शन. आपके सामने है, देखो ऑलरेडी इट इज रिटन, तो इसको समझ लो. See, whenever you want to write something which is to be used again and again in a program, suppose for example, एक मिनट सुनो जरा. Suppose I have to calculate there are n things. Out of that, r things are to be picked up. In how many ways you can do it? Simple mathematics of 10th 11th standard. There are n items. Out of that, at a time, r items are to be picked. In how many ways you can do it? You know that this is the normal problem of permutation and combination. So NCR, this is the number of ways you can choose the r items out of n items. And what is the value of NCR? NCR is by definition n factorial divided by r factorial, n minus r factorial. n माइनस, ये माइनस है, ठीक है ना? दिख नहीं रहा, ये माइनस है. एक मिनट दिखा भी, ठीक भी कर देते हैं यार, क्या दिक्कत है. जब हम पे रबड़ है, इरेजर है, अब तो ठीक है. n फैक्टोरियल डिवाइडेड बाय r फैक्टोरियल, और denominator में n minus r factorial. So therefore, if I ask you what is 6c4, so that will be 6 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 2 factorial. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How, suppose I ask you, write the program for 6, yeah, NCR, write a program for NCR. Yeah, suppose calculate the value of 6c4. Suppose I ask you, calculate the value of 6c4 by Matlab program. How will you do it? देखो, you will calculate 6.
Yes.
So we can calculate the factorial of n, factorial r, and factorial n minus r.
Right.
Then apply the formula of factorial
This.
n divided by this one. Yes, sir.
Right, correct. You are absolutely correct. That means you have to calculate the factorial 3 times, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You have to calculate the factorial 3 times. First of all n, then r, and then n minus r. So whenever such a situation arises in which some task is to be repeated many times, then it is better to write the program for calculating this factorial once, and for calculating r factorial and n minus r factorial, I will call that function again. That is called calling the function. Calling the function. ठीक है ना? Calling the function. So any function which is existing in my library that can be called from the command window. But the program corresponding to that function will be written in the editor window, because it is having more than one instruction, more than one command. This factorial cannot be calculated in a single line. Some logic has to be written, and some program has to be written. So therefore, whenever program is having more than one line, then we have to go to the editor window. They are used how it is called from the command window. उसको कॉल यहाँ पे दोबारा से ले आए हम, because it is lying in the folder. Doesn't matter. We know what we are doing. And then whatever is the input to the program, because we want to calculate the factorial of a quantity, factorial of an integer number. So I am just giving this integer number as the input to the program. So are you clear now that out of comma karke all you have to specify n comma r comma this comma this comma this. I think things are clear. And then this comment you can give anytime, anywhere in the program. This program calculates the factorial of a given number n, so that the reader understands. Value will come down to 1. The program will be executed. This for loop will be executed. And as soon as it becomes lower than 1, of course, we will come out of this for loop. Right? So initial value of I is n. So as soon as this instruction prod equal to prod into I is executed, you understand what is going to happen. Prod was initially 1. So 1 multiplied by I is initially n. So that means this product will become capital N. So prod will become capital N. And then again, we'll go back to this place. I will become n minus 1. So if n was 6, let us say, so initially 1 into 6. Okay? And logic you understand, ये तो simple logic है यार program की, C में भी होती है, सब जगह होती है. So I don't think I need to explain what is happening. 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. And that is called the factorial of 6. So in the last line, you have to, this because I have defined my output as NCR, so I must calculate NCR. So I have said that NCR equal to prod. Whatever is the value of prod, 6 into 5 into this, whatever it comes to, that will be assigned to NCR. If you want, if you as you go normally, only thing is, let us say, and so I can save it by another name. I can save it by factor 1, let us say. Okay? Name is factor 1. And I have saved it. So you can you see that this factor 1 has appeared here on the left current folder, ये जो है ना factor 1. Factor 1 आ गया, ये हो गया, program save हो गया, and then I can call this program from factorial of 6. So I can give, let us say, capital A equal to factor 1. My file name has to be there. Important is file name. Name of the program is nothing. A name of this function was factor. Now, once I have saved it, this program as factor 1, program name or function name and the file name both remain same. That's the best practice of programming. Why to keep them different? Let it be factor 1. File name also, I have saved it as factor 1. No problem. Now I have to save it. Any change in the program you do, you should save it. Then only that will, the latest version will run. Okay? That you understand. So, just a moment, again there is someone. नहीं, कोई नहीं है इस बार. एक मिनट, बैटरी क्लोज का क्या है ये? एक मिनट. Just let me connect my this thing here. So I was telling you that this capital A equal to factor 1 and then I give 6, let us say. So I have called this program, and whatever was the output of the program, that was NCR here, that value will be assigned to the variable capital A. My program ka output is NCR, but when I have given here A equal to this, so whatever is the output of that function program, that will be assigned to A. Are you getting me? So I am running this program now and just see. Okay. Is there any doubt?
No,
if you
sir.
want to run this program, let us say let us say you wanted to calculate 6C4. So let us write 6C, or let us take this as the variable equal to factor 1 6 divided by, let us say, factor 1 4 into factor 2. factor 1 2. factor 1 तो नाम है ना उसका. factor 1 2. Is it okay? Parenthesis I am using the parenthesis in the denominator because so that this value is calculated at one go and the whole factor 1/6 is divided by this quantity. Okay. Oh, acha, okay, one thing. You cannot you cannot start the name of the variable with a digit. So, okay, C64. Doesn't matter, yaar. C64. ये नाम रख लो. Other than 64, you can keep this name. Okay, equal to this. ये copy कर देता हूँ. Yeah, now it's all right. And just see, this value has come. Factorial 6 divided by factorial 4, factorial 2, that must be 15. देख लो. Is it all right? या कोई घपला है?
Sir, okay.
तो बताओ कि ये तो हो गया ना, तुम्हारा फंक्शन तो समझ में आ गया होगा थोड़ा.
Yes, sir.
If suppose a function program, this is a function program, might be that this function program uses another function program written by you. No problem. Second function can start from here, function, whatever. अब पता नहीं कुछ भी होगा, उसके आउटपुट्स होंगे, है ना, इक्वल टू, वो सब वैसे ही करेंगे हम, whatever, एंड उसकी बॉडी होगी, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. This function may call another function, whether it is written inside it, whether it is there in the folder, doesn't matter. For example, see, there is a program written here. What is this mult? Let me see this mult. कुछ नहीं है. A equal to 10, B equal to 16, X equal to A plus. But this is not a function program. This is a script program. Okay, doesn't matter. Forget it. I was telling you whether a function can call a function. So yes, the answer is that yes, a function can call a function. Okay, just after this, or whether it is a separate function, doesn't matter. You can use that. So this is the thing. So function program you have understood. Lastly, script program. So I showed you the script program. In fact, I showed you. Suppose I write this and save it and name it. Let us say this is okay. Simple. To illustrate what is a script program is the thing. Saved it. A equal to 10. A equal to 10, B equal to 16, and I'm saying that X equal to A into B. That's a program. Now, if you run this program, then you have to run it from here. It cannot be run from the command window. Okay? This is a script, complete program in itself. This cannot be called from the command window. It's a separate program. So you have to run it from here. So before that, you have to save the last version. As soon as you run it, just see in the command window. Just see what happens in the command window. Command window में अभी देख लो, last value है C64 की value 15. Nothing else is typed here. When I run this program, run हो गया ये. In the command window, ये आ गया mult, because the mult program has run and the value of X has been calculated. What is the value of X? That you can see in the command window by typing it. X equal to 160. 16 into 10 simply. So are you getting the difference between function program and script program? Yes, yes, please. Just a minute. आपका वो हो गया प्रेजेंटेशन? हाँ, मेरा एसटीसी चल रहा है ना, तो इसलिए
ये ऑनलाइन है सर?
हाँ ऑनलाइन है,
मैं भी ज्वाइन कर सकती हूँ?
बिल्कुल कर सकते, इफ यू आर ए टीचर, इफ यू आर ए टीचर।
25th को हुई थी।
I'll send you the link tomorrow morning. You join, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
हाँ मैं तुम्हें इसका लिंक कहाँ पे भेजूँ?
आपका मोबाइल नंबर दे दो, मैं आपको व्हाट्सएप पे।
हाँ 98 725 16 830 आमोद कुमार। Okay.
Just for knowledge.
Yes, doesn't matter. Please go ahead. Okay, fine. So, as script program, I told you that it is a complete program in itself. It is not called from the command window. Rather, it is run directly, and the output of the script program can be seen in the command window. Right? So that's a thing. So now you will learn as you go ahead in Matlab. So now I'll start with, again, I am opening a this thing. Just a moment. In front of you, I am opening a PowerPoint, and so okay. So I have already told you how to read an image file. And exactly, I told you yesterday that this is the variable CI, let us say. You want to read a file whose name is Lena500tel whatever .png. So you have to give this name, and that file will be read. And I showed you some segments of that file also yesterday, isn't it? Some intensity values. Whenever you, now these are small things, small things I will tell first. If you want to see the size of a file, then this is the command, size CI. Okay, size, and whatever is the name of the variable CI. So size CI. So I'll show you in the here. First of all, see now this will come to my rescue. Okay, this will come, this command history. I need not type the things again because I did yesterday. So I'm taking from there. See, command window, whatever we did, that is there. Only I have to search. Here, hello. CI equal to imread Lena 512.png. Lena 500.png, that file is there. है ना? तो इसको रीड कर लेते हैं. रीड कर लिया. Then इसको CI. Size is the command. Size CI. So you can see here 330 by 330 by 3. Clear? So many rows, so many columns, and there are 3 planes: red plane, green plane and blue plane. Right? If you want to convert it into grayscale image by this command, CI gray equal to RGB to gray CI. So that means this is CI gray is generated. You can see the size of CI gray. Size. Okay, CI gray. It is 330 by 330 because it is grayscale image. So there is no question of red plane or green plane or blue plane. Right? So that is the thing. Now, if you want to, I showed you also. Now I'll show you what is this square bracket thing. Okay. Let me show you. Suppose I write imshow, understand. Okay. Now suppose I write a command, I give a command figure. What is this figure command? I'll tell you. When you give a command figure was there, that is already there. Besides that, I mean the new figure which you plot, that has nothing to do with the previous one. This is a separate window which you have created. Right? So if you want to see many figures at the same time, then you have to do this type of thing, that let the first figure be there. You can see at the top, that was figure 1. Matlab has named as figure 1. The second one is figure 2 now. And what is there in figure 2? Let us see. तुम में से किसी का वो ऑन है क्या? हाँ, आज भी अलीम शेख तुम्हारा, हाँ, now अलीम शेख has heard this time. कल तो सुन नहीं रहा था अलीम शेख. ठीक है? So what I want to say is that in the second figure window which I created, I want to plot something, and I'll tell you what I want to plot. Imshow CI gray, comma, this and this. Square brackets. You see the difference between the two commands. In the previous command, there were no square brackets. Here, after comma, there are 2 square brackets. And just see, this is this, and I'll show you both the figure windows. This is my figure number 1, okay, and this is my, why it has not plotted here, show CI gray, this, what has happened? इसको हुआ क्या? होना तो नहीं चाहिए, शो करना चाहिए इसको. It has not shown. Show CI gray. हुआ क्या है? हुआ क्या?
Sir, I think figure needs a bracket.
नहीं, ये तो ठीक है. उसके बाद में ये कर रहे हैं स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट का. मैं तुम्हें आइडिया दिखाना चाह रहा था, लेकिन हुआ क्या? I have not done it. This is the first time it is happening with me. Same figure को ये दूसरी विंडो में with different, I am changing its characteristics of this figure. वही तो बताना चाह रहा था. Otherwise you will not be able to compare ना. वैसे तो मैं plot कर ही दूंगा same figure window में, but why? If this figure window is closed and I run this program, this imshow CI gray, this, it will plot. There is no problem. ये plot कर दिया इसने. How I should be able to compare. What is there here? Figure. Why it is not doing it? अब बार तो कर दिया क्या? नहीं किया क्या? Figure 2 और हाँ आपके this time how why it has done this time? This is something beyond me. Previously, why it did not follow, and this time it has followed. पता नहीं क्या कर रहा है, but see, okay, it is done. See what we are doing. I have plotted CI gray image, that means Lena ki gray image, with this parameter, square brackets wala. And here I have created a figure window, and again I have plotted the grayscale image, but this time without square brackets. The difference you can see yourself. ये आपकी फिगर 1 है, ये आपकी फिगर 2 है. पहले वाली फिगर में स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट्स के साथ है, याद रखना. फर्स्ट विंडो विद स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट. तुम्हें कोई डिफरेंस दिख रहा है या नहीं दिख रहा? कैन यू सी सम, पॉइंट आउट सम डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू? Can your eyes discriminate between these two figures?
The second figure is most gray as compared to the first one.
अच्छा, अब मैं तुम्हें स्पेसिफिकली पूछ रहा हूं. अब मैं तुम्हें स्पेसिफिकली if I ask you, do you see any difference in the contrast of the images?
The first one is better, I think, sir.
First one is better. Figure 1 is better.
Yeah.
Very good. In fact, when you give this square bracket, now I'll come to word again. When you give this square bracket, im show, CI gray, and this square brackets. Then what it does is scaling. This is the scaling operation. And I told you scaling operation. Once again, I am telling you, not the mathematics of it, but what was the scaling operation? That in the image, if there is a pixel which is having minimum intensity, suppose it was 5. So I told you that in scaling process, what is done is, this is made equal to 0. This 5 is made equal to 0. And similarly, let us say there is a 240. This 240 is made 255. Okay? So that means, what I mean is, and other pixels, they are proportionately multiplied by a number. So that means now the contrast increases. ठीक है ना? मैंने तुमको बताया था कि अगर इस टाइप की इमेज है तो हम इस टाइप की इमेज बना देते हैं उससे, ऐसी इस तरह के स्लोप चेंज कर देते हैं, मतलब एक तरह से. तो चलो उसको तो छोड़ो मैथमेटिक्स वाइज, बट दिस स्केलिंग ऑपरेशन increases contrast. This is what you have to understand. इसीलिए तुम्हारा इस केस में ये जो है ना, एक ये था और एक ये था. फर्स्ट वाली जो है वो विद स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट है, जिसमें कि देयर इज मोर कंट्रास्ट. ओनली थिंग इज कि देखो 240 को 255 कर दोगे तो व्हाइटनेस स्लाइटली इंक्रीज हो गई. सिमिलरली 5 को 0 कर दोगे तो आपकी ब्लैकनेस उस पिक्सल की इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, ब्लैकनेस, तो कंट्रास्ट इंप्रूव होगा. बट आवर आईज आर नॉट सो गुड. मैंने कहा था ना कि मैं ऊपर जाके कंप्लेन करूंगा तुम्हारे, ठीक है ना? तुम लिख के दे दो मेरे को, है ना? मैं ऊपर जाके आई विल टेक अप योर केस. तो दैट्स द आइडिया. तो ये तुम्हें समझना पड़ेगा थोड़ा सा. अगर इफ यू वांट टू सी व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, आई विल शो यू वन थिंग. उसके लिए मुझे तुम्हें एक बात बतानी पड़ेगी वर्ड में, हाउ टू वेरीफाई इट वेदर दिस इज हैपनिंग और नॉट. देखो, whenever there is an image, it is in the form of a matrix. ठीक है ना? तुम्हारे पास 330 by 330 की मैट्रिक्स है. दिस इज योर इमेज, लेना की जो इमेज है, ठीक है ना? If I find out this is CI gray equal to this grayscale image. If I want to find out what is the minimum value of Ci gray? What it will do if I run this command, minima, then in the first column, whatever is the minimum value of these numbers which are existing in the first column, the minimum value of this will come. That will be a number. Similarly, in the second column, whatever is the minimum value, that will come. This min Ci will be an array, and this array will be containing the minimum value of each column. Now, ये ना D को देख लो. अब D जो है, that will, your screen will be full now. ठीक है ना? ये देखो, स्क्रीन फुल हो गई. मैं ऊपर जा रहा हूं. Different columns are given, shown here. ये लो, we were here. So that means what I am saying is that these are the values 29, 29, 29, 31, 29. Can you see these values? All these values. So they are the minima of each column of the image. And if I want to find out the minimum value of all these minimas, so that means, let's say E equal to, always you should assign the operation to some variable so that you can use it. Okay. We are not interested only in the answer. Rather, we are interested in using that variable again further. Okay. So therefore, E equal to min, and what was that? D. Min D. This is the value of this minima. And similarly, if you want to calculate A, B, C, D, E, F equal to max Ci gray, एक मिनट, ये भी कर लो, max value भी, ठीक है ना? ये कर दो, semicolon, and after that A, B, C, D, F, G. Let us say G is equal to what is that? Max F. ठीक है ना? ये आ गया 246. That means the minimum value in the image is 21, and its minimum becomes 0, and the max after that, once it becomes 0, this will also be reduced. 246 minus 21 हो जाएगा. 246 minus 21. So it doesn't matter, it will become 225. After that, that 225 will be raised to 255. मैक्सिमम वैल्यू है ना, आपको मैंने बताया था कि व्हाट ऑपरेशन टेक्स प्लेस. एक तो f माइनस f मिनिमम हो जाता है फ्रॉम ऑफ ऑल वैल्यूज, एंड देन वॉट एवर इट कम्स टू, लेट्स से दिस इज fm, so then fm divided by f max multiplied by 255. Do you remember this? This is the scaling operation. Is there any doubt in this? First of all, the minimum value, that means which was 5. This is 5. This is 21 in our case. In this Lena case. So all values, all intensities will be reduced by 21. Minus 21 ho jayega. And then whatever is the value of a pixel, that will be divided by 225.